Hey everybody, this is going to be a playthrough of the Instant Action Mission Su-25T CAS Medium for the Su-25T. This is the second time I've recorded this mission. The first time around there was no commentary and almost no plan. That's not really a great way to approach this mission, so I thought it worth re-recording. Looking at the mission briefing, we got an afternoon mission in the summer. There's just kind of a medium high cloud layer that's not going to give you many issues. Looking at the loadout, we got some S-25L short-range laser-guided missiles, some Vickers, some KH-25 MPU anti-radiation missiles, some long-range KH-29L laser-guided missiles, and the ELINT pod. Looking at the allies, you have one wingman, and then there's another flight of two Su-25Ts flying around. Looking at the objective, essentially we're just flying around this town, identifying some smoke markers, and then killing all the armor that's advancing from the other side of them towards our friendlies. Looking at the threats, we got some Stingers. Those are man-pad IR-guided SAMs. We got a whole bunch of tanks. And we got some Gepard AAA. That's pretty nasty, so we'll definitely want to plan for that. Looking at the pictures, the first one's just eye candy. And second one, we got an overview of the target area. So we'll be flying down from the north. There'll be some smoke markers in here somewhere around waypoint 1. And then there will be basically 4 groups of enemy armor kind of advancing in 2 columns from the south to the north towards our friendlies, and we need to stop them. Looking at the mission planner, you don't normally get this view when you're playing this mission, so I launched this through the mission editor to be able to show you. But I think it's definitely worthwhile to have a better picture of what's going on. So we're coming in from the north. There's going to be smoke markers somewhere in here. And then we've got 4 groups of armor, so 2 groups of 6 tanks on each side. Essentially, there's 2 roads coming up through this town. One there, and another one over here. And then there's 2 Gepards on each side as well. So essentially we're going to fly in and kill all this armor with the help of our wingman. So pretty much right off the bat, we're going to want to tell our wingman to attack ground targets because we really need to get these guys stopped. If they start advancing too far north and killing our guys, then we lose. And then whenever you get a chance to kill these Gepards, you definitely want to do that. You can chuck your anti-radiation missiles at them, but they're likely to just shoot those down. So you most likely need to kill these with Vickers. So you might as well get rid of your anti-radiation missiles as soon as you can because they're more or less useless in this scenario and they're pretty heavy, so you don't want to be carrying them around. Even after you get rid of them, you can use your ELINT pod to help find the Gepards. Just turn your ELINT pod on, lock up the Gepard, and then switch to turn the Cabal camera on, turn the ELINT pod off, and switch to a Vicker, and you should be able to kill those Gepards no problem that way. So keep an eye on those for when they start coming out of the villages and the trees so you can get clean shots on them. The AI may also kill them for you as well. But you definitely don't want to be flying around with those underneath you because they're really nasty. So essentially you want to study this map, look at the routes for these 4 groups. So this one kind of starts off on the road, but then quickly goes off-road kind of right up through the middle. And he's going to want to come through these trees. If they get into these trees, it's a real pain because if somebody hits them in there, then they'll just stop in the trees for a while and they may take a really long time to come out. Second one on the left side, he's kind of skirting the western edge. He's not on the road and then cutting up through the middle as well. First group on the right, also cutting through the middle and then bouncing out to the right to get around the friendlies there. And second group on the right, staying on the road for a while, coming out of these trees, but then also bouncing around to the right. So you notice that kind of everybody's coming through the middle right here. So you definitely want to keep an eye on this area right here. And anything that comes through here, you want to kill it because you really don't want them to get up into these trees or even further and start killing friendlies. So basically, you'll just be flying around up here. These man pads will spawn at some point based on how the mission's going. So you want to kind of stay away from those if you can. So fly around to the north, keeping an eye on this area right in here, south of the big forest with the river. If you can hit these guys further back, that's great. If not, wait for them to come up in here and then kill them as fast as you can. Most of these times when you hit these groups, they're not going to stop. It kind of depends on whether they're on the road at that point or not. If they're not on the road, they tend to just keep going when you hit them. If they are on the road, they tend to stop and scatter for a little while. So just keep an eye on when you hit something, just see if the rest of the group keeps going or not. If not, make sure you keep hitting it until it's all dead because you really don't want it to get past this point here. Once you've destroyed everything, you'll get a message telling you the mission's done. As you destroy each of these groups, also, you'll get a message telling you that that group is destroyed. So just kind of keep track of how many of those messages you've gotten, and then you'll know kind of how you're doing. Also keep track of how many of these Gepards are dead if you can. You'll at least be able to track how many you killed. You don't know how many the AI killed, but if you stop here in radar pings, then probably they're all dead. There's some artillery units down here too. You don't need to worry about that. They're not part of the mission objectives, but you'll probably see the AI go after that. So if you notice your wingman's doing that, you can call him back to you, tell him to rejoin your formation, and then retask him to attack ground targets around here. If he's being really stubborn and you can find targets, you can lock something up and direct your wingman to attack your target. You just kind of handhold him that way. But for the most part in this mission, you need to act pretty quick, so it's best to let him off his leash and kind of find his own targets if you can afford to do that. So good luck. All right, start the mission. Pretty low and pretty close, so I'm going to bank up to the left, preserve a little distance, and gain some altitude. Get some laser guided missiles ready to go. Throttling them to attack ground targets. I'm seeing some dots in that little field in between the trees straight up the middle. We'll turn in on that in just a moment. Okay. Try to get both of these missiles off the rail in one pass. Okay, I see tanks. We're in range. Fire. I'll wait a few seconds and fire the other one. Alright, that should do it. I'll turn away gently. Gain some more altitude. Alright, 2 tanks. I'll come around and get my anti-radiation missiles off the rail, turn that RBR down. These probably are going to get shot down by the Gepards, but at least I'll be rid of the weight. I see some guys coming out of the trees there now. Turn and see what I can see with the Eland pod. Alright, something over here. Just chuck the missiles at it. Going back to Vickers. Try to get these guys over here. Looks like Gepard or something's out of the trees over here now. Try to kill it. There it is. Shooting at me. Be evasive. Looks like we got some guys stopped out there, looking for anything that's moving forward. Can't tell if that's some units over there. I'll come around and check. I hit this guy. Thought I saw some AAA happening, so I'll come back around with the Elin pod, see if I can find that, put a Vicar on it. Alright, see if he's exposed yet. Almost is. I'll just be patient. Trying to get the laser around the tree. Alright, I think, yeah, he's done. I want to come back around and try to stop those guys before they get in the trees. Alright, one of them got blown up. Alright, that one's still moving. Use a 25L missile on him.
Enemy armored group destroyed.
Took a little bit of a hit, but I think I'm okay. Still something marching through towards the trees here. Maybe just one. I go lost him. Try to pick him up quickly here. There he is.
Enemy armored group destroyed.
Alright, got him. Just looking for anything moving. Oh, got 3 out there. Now where were they? Over here.
Enemy armor group destroyed.
Not sure if that guy's still alive out there, so I'll check that. Yep, still alive. Alright, there's probably just a couple left, so I'm just trying to figure out where they are. Here's one moving on the road. He's still moving.
Enemy armor group destroyed.
Looks like the wingman got him. I've lost track of how many enemy armor groups we've destroyed at this point.
All enemy groups have been destroyed, and you help prevent the capture of Novi Karache. Press escape to end the mission.
Guess all of them. That'll do it.